Hi all, welcome to the Tasty Affairs. Today I'm planning to make cookies, and that is butter cookie and is also known as shortbread cookies. So for that I need 5 tablespoons of butter. So this is the butter slab, and if you see, most of the butter slab will have measurements here. So this is like 8 tablespoons, so I'm going to take 5 tablespoon butter. So this should be in room temperature for making these cookies. So I was, getting this butter, the 5 tablespoon of butter here. So, smooth it out. So smooth the butter out nicely. So after this, you can see the butter is nicely, the one important thing or the tip of this cookie is that the butter has to be in the room temperature, and then you need to mash it down like this nicely. Next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add a quarter cup of powdered white sugar. So for this recipe, actually we need icing sugar. I don't have icing sugar, but I'm using the regular powdered sugar, but I'll tell you how to make it as an icing sugar. So quarter cup of powdered sugar, and then I'm going to add around a quarter teaspoon of corn flour. So normally they say if you add 1 tablespoon of corn flour to 1 cup of powdered sugar, you get icing sugar. So I'm just adding a little bit of corn flour here, around 1/4 teaspoon of corn flour. Give it a mix again nicely. So you need to mix this with your butter. So I mix the sugar and the corn flour to the butter. See, this is the texture right now. Nicely molded in. So at this stage, I'm going to add 1 cup of all-purpose flour. So this is the measurement for 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1/4 cup of powdered sugar, icing sugar, and then 5 tablespoons of butter. So 1 cup of all-purpose flour. So when I put all-purpose flour, I'm also going to add some salt. Say around 1/4 teaspoon of salt. 1/4 teaspoon, okay, not much. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And the last thing that I will be adding will be some vanilla essence. So essence, but vanilla tastes good, but if you want, you can add, I know people are adding nutmeg and all that stuff, but if you want, you can go ahead and even add cardamom if you like. So I'm adding vanilla here. So in goes vanilla. So the next thing is I'm going to make, mix all this together and make it like a nice dough kind of a thing. Like how we make the dough for our breads. Same way I'm going to make a nice dough out of this. See, you can see I've made it into a dough. So what I'm going to do as a next step is, see, if you think the dough is very tight and you cannot work with your hands, you can add, 3 to 4, drops of milk, drops of milk. So after that, I'm going to take a cling paper, or you can use a silver foil or something, where you can keep this dough and refrigerate it for 15 to 20 minutes. And then we will make our shortbread cookies or butter cookies. So you can see I wrapped it into a cling paper or the cling wrap. So now what you have to do is press it hard inside so that you get a nice shape. So when you take it out of the refrigerator after cooling, you'll be able to cut it straight in this shape, rather than rolling it out and using a cookie cutter. But that is also fine, but I'm just telling another method. So I'm going to keep this in the refrigerator for 20 minutes. I just took the butter dough out of the fridge. So I kept an extra 10 minutes in the freezer, just to make sure, the dough is nice and hard. So next step is, obviously we're going to cut this. So you can cut it into shapes, whatever you like. So I'm just simply cutting, as it is right now. So cutting it through. So I'm going to cut these, this is what I'm getting the shape, but if you get a better shape, it's well worth it. So go for it. So let me cut all this out and I'll show you. Cut out the, cookies. So I'm going to sprinkle it with little sugar. So you can, if you want, you can add some color to your sugar. So here I've added a light orangish color, but it's optional. So just adding a little bit of sugar on top of all the cookies. So I'm going to keep them in the oven at 350 for 15 minutes. Mostly it take only 15 minutes because it's a butter cookie. There is no soda, no baking powder, nothing in this recipe. So which is, similar to 170 to 180 degrees Celsius. So let me bake this out and let me show you after that. I took the butter cookies out of the oven. So our shortbread cookies or butter cookies are ready now. So you can see the texture. See, look the brown shade on the back. This is how it has to be. So I'm going to let them cool nicely for 15 minutes and then it will be ready. If you try to eat them right now, you will not feel that, the crunch or the cookie crunch. So let them cool and we'll see after that. So here we have a wonderful butter cookies or shortbread cookies. So my kids cannot, stand the smell of it. They're like so tempting. They just wanted to try. So it has cooled down nicely. So it's nicely cooled down. Nice color. So kids, you want to try some?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, please.
All right. And tell me how it is.
Very soft on the inside.
It's soft,
And
buttery,
sweet.
Buttery.
and
And is it good?
it tastes it tastes a little bit like flour too.
Okay. So it's flowery, buttery.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, overall it's good.
Oh, that's good. Okay. So I hope all of you heard what the kids have to say. Do try it out. They will love it. These are just plain butter cookies. And you can decorate it with jam or whatever you like. That's up to your choice how you want to decorate the cookies and enjoy them. But do try it out and let me know in comments how it was. Thanks for watching The Tasty Affairs and please subscribe. Thank you.